almost all of us began at a small radio station. Now, interestingly, the people who come from outside North America, you're more likely to find someone whose first job was at a big one, because commercial radio is much newer outside North America. But your first job probably was at a small radio station. You had limited, if any, resources, and most of us come from that kind of a background. No resources, no money, no nothing. And it limits us. Even though now you're in Toronto or Montreal or Chicago or Los Angeles or London or Manchester, wherever you've come from, you're still back in Grand Fork or Yellowknife or whatever the small town is in your mind. And it affects the way you build promotions. I venture to say virtually everyone in this room works at a radio station in which the promotion is built from the ground up, possibly around a conference table. So we got to come up with a Halloween promotion. Anybody got any ideas? Well, what about the so-and-so we did a couple years ago? That was good. Or, I saw something on All Access or whatever about a station in Miami that did this. What do you think of that? And when you find an idea where everybody says, hey, that sounds good, then you build it. Is that fairly accurate? Have I insulted anybody by minimizing the way you do it? Is that fairly accurate? What we end up with at best is okay promotions because you're starting too small. And the metaphor that comes to mind is how you train an elephant. The way you train an elephant is you take a baby elephant when he can barely stand and you hammer a stake into the earth and you put a strong rope around the stake and tie it around the elephant's leg. And the baby elephant who can barely stand is constrained by this rope. He can only walk around that post. And as he grows, the rope is always there. They get a bigger rope as his legs get bigger, but the rope is always there. Way before he becomes an adult, he has so much strength in that leg that he could pull that stake out of the ground without even noticing, without even making any effort. But because he's been trained since infancy that when that rope is around his leg tied to the stake, he never even tries. And I would like to suggest to you that where we come from is like that rope and that stake. We think we can't go farther than we really can.